This is your KCTV5 News Update.
An indoor mask mandate is making a comeback. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Taylor. Mayor Quentin Lucas just announced a new mask mandate, and he's expected to hold a press conference in 15 minutes, and we'll carry it live here for you. But this is happening after the CDC changed their guidance, recommending masks regardless of vaccination status. Now, the mayor's plan is already facing pushback at the state level. Taylor Johnson joins us live. What's next?
Well, Kelly, that mandate, it goes into effect starting midnight this coming Monday. That's August 2nd. And it's going to be required for all those ages 5 and up in indoor spaces, regardless of vaccination status. It's expected to last through at least August 28th. Now, before this announcement came out, Missouri's Attorney General had already threatened a lawsuit against the city of Kansas City because of this mandate. Now, earlier this morning, Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmidt tweeted that he plans to file that lawsuit. He says it's to protect the freedom of the people in Kansas City. Now, earlier this week, Schmidt filed a lawsuit in St. Louis City and County where a mask mandate went into effect on Monday. So because of this possibility, Mayor Lucas says a resolution will be introduced to City Council for their support of this emergency action. Now, before the announcement this morning, elected officials from Kansas City, Jackson County, Johnson County, Wyandotte, and KCK, they met to discuss their concern about the level of transmission of COVID-19, as well as the updates from the CDC. Now, according to the Mid-America Regional Council, there were over 800 new COVID cases in our region just Tuesday. Now, Mayor Lucas is continuing to ask people to get vaccinated if you haven't been yet. He says that it's the best way to rid of COVID-19 in our community. Now, we are expecting the mayor to speak at any moment around 12:15 in response to this recent update. And we're going to continue to bring you coverage all day on KCTV5, so be sure to tune in to our evening newscast. In Kansas City, Taylor Johnson, KCTV5 News.
All right, thank you, Taylor.
The motion carries. The public health orders are terminated.
Cheers in St. Louis County's council chamber last night after the council voted to end the county's new mask mandate. Now, it happened just one day after the mandate went into effect. At last night's meeting, the city's interim public health director presented data backing up the county and city's decision to bring back masks. He says the number of hospitalizations are rising, especially among young people. Now, last night, many people in the community came out against the mandate. Some, though, spoke in favor of it.
Trying to force masks on everyone, especially people who have had their vaccinations, it's just criminal. No one should be forced to wear a mask. This is not a pandemic anymore. The numbers do not support it, and the people are standing up, and we're fed up and we're done.
As of the CDC 6 days ago, 609,012 total people in the United States who lost their life. If that's not real enough, I don't know what is. I apologize if it looks insensitive, but those numbers include several of my family members and friends.
Now, it's not just Missouri. Members of the U.S. House will also be required to wear masks on the House floor after new CDC mask guidance, but some lawmakers are already fighting it. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says new data shows even vaccinated people could end up being a threat to others.
If you are vaccinated and you are one of those rare breakthrough infections, you actually have the capacity to pass it to somebody else.
Dr. Walensky said that's one of the reasons the CDC has changed its mask-wearing guidance. The agency now says even people who are vaccinated should wear masks indoors in areas of high COVID transmission. That applies to more than 63% of all counties in America. Dr. Walensky says because the majority of school kids aren't yet vaccinated, the CDC is also recommending all students, teachers, and staff in grades K through 12 wear masks.
We don't have vaccines available yet for children on 11 and younger. And our children who are 12 to 17, only about 30% of them so far going into the school year have been vaccinated.
The House of Representatives is following the new guidance requiring masks indoors, and vaccine mandates could be on the way for more than 2 million federal workers. The White House is finalizing an order that federal workers and contractors will soon be required to confirm they are either vaccinated or get tested regularly.
That's under consideration right now, but if you're not vaccinated, you're not nearly as smart as I thought you were.
The Department of Veteran Affairs announced Monday that it is giving its frontline healthcare workers 2 months to be fully vaccinated. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
We'll have much more on the fight against COVID coming up, but we do want to turn to our weather now. Right now, let's take a live look outside. You can see nothing but clear skies and definitely another hot day headed our way. Let's get over to Storm Track 5 meteorologist Alina Lee. Alina, we know that this is going to be a hot one.
Yeah, absolutely. And not the hottest we've seen so far this year. In fact, we made it to 98 degrees 2 days in a row last month. If you guys remember, that was the 17th and 18th. I've been saying that for weeks, and we could get very close to those temperatures again today and perhaps even tomorrow. Heat index values, though, what it will feel like with the combination of high heat and humidity, those numbers will be well above 100 degrees again, and that is why the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the entire KC Metro, the entire northeast side of Kansas and northwestern side of Missouri, the darker shade of pink purplish color just south of our immediate viewing area. That's an excessive heat warning where conditions will be even more uncomfortable there. Meanwhile, you can see from our live look right now, looking over downtown Kansas City from our Border Home Improvement City Cam, it's mainly sunny there. A little bit of haze still lingers in our skies, so you can still kind of make out some of those smoke particles from the wildfires out in Canada and out west. 92 degrees right now. When you factor in a dew point of 76 degrees, it gives you a feels like temperature of 104. Now, everyone in the metro is well into the 90s at this hour, from 90 degrees in Blue Springs and Lee's Summit to 93 in Tonganoxie. Well, you factor in the humidity, and you've got feels like temperatures above the triple digits in many locations, especially on the Kansas side, from Baser, Tonganoxie, Leavenworth, 105 to 106 degrees, and it's going to continue to climb through the next several hours. In fact, we could see some areas get close to 109 or 110 degree feels like temperatures before we head through the evening hours. And it looks like the heat and humidity linger through tomorrow. We'll talk more about when we could.
Turn to KCTV5 News for the latest all day. This is your personalized update because KCTV5 News stands for you.